I think it's about a decade too late, but I think it's the right decision. The internet has had an unfair comparative advantage against stores for a number of years, and it's really hurt Main Street, it's hurt large retailers, and it's just leveling the playing field. I think it's the right thing to do.
Do you think, as Grover just laid out the argument, that this is essentially a Pandora's box and sales tax is just the beginning?
You know, I hadn't thought of that. I thought Grover made a very good argument, and I hadn't thought about that. But what's interesting is a lot of people would think, you know, what do a few percentage make on a sales tax? It's actually extraordinary. So I've been in retail a long time. At Apple, we had 2 stores that were in tax-free states, one up in New Hampshire and one in Delaware. And they were amongst our highest volume stores as people would drive from neighboring states to buy their computers in the tax-free states. Similarly, a lot of these states will do a 2-day weekend tax-free holiday for back to school. When I was at Target in the 90s, our school uniforms, we'd have to plan for 6 months to have enough inventory because people would wait to buy to save a few percentage points. So at the margin, this tax stuff really does impact decision making.
Ron, what is the opportunity here for technology companies? You know, we've already mentioned Avalara, which went public here just a few days ago, trying to solve exactly this problem. There's also the likes of Shopify and Adobe with Magento now that are trying to provide software, a cloud layer to simplify this for people. What are the further implications of this ruling and the likely ripples?
I think it's a great thing for like Shopify or Magento and Adobe. You know, when people are doing their online sites, it's actually very complicated when you get into purchasing, you know, how you take payment and how you collect taxes. And these companies will specialize in that. They can specialize by state and really make it easy for the smaller online retailers. So I expect it to be a big boon for companies like Shopify.
Ron, your other former place of employment, Penney, those shares are up 1% on this news today as well. So are a number of other retail stocks. Does this really actually do anything to move the needle in terms of the brick and mortar versus e-commerce debate that has been playing out in the secular shift we've seen over the last couple of years?
Well, it would have moved the needle a lot more a decade ago. Now a lot of our shopping habits are pretty entrenched. People using Amazon Prime, you know, nearly 2/3 of the online marketplace, or at least the growth, probably doesn't get impacted too much. But decision making by consumers is always at the margin. What's going to influence them to buy their groceries or their apparel at a store versus online? And this is one of those factors that matters. You know, it's a few percentage points for certain decisions, and I think it adds up. So it should help Penney.
But in the early days, though, Ron, of Amazon, I mean, the argument was price, right? You go there for the lowest price. You know, in the past few years, the argument has really been about convenience. How much do you think people who are shopping online are really expecting to get the absolute cheapest price possible?
I think people care a lot about price, and they also care about convenience. But you look today, Target's stock's up a couple of percent is what I heard. They're a convenience store that you can buy in your neighborhood or you can buy online. And now that'll be kind of a level playing field for them in a lot of ways. So I just feel like it's a really good thing for customers, and it's a really good thing for the retailers.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.